Dear Tim Hortons, I hope you go bankrupt and out of business as fast as humanly possible. Now, while many Canadians are excited, Tim Hortons announced the other day, who is not actually Canadian, they're owned by a Brazil investment firm. Canadians got excited. Tim Hortons announces, we're going to start prioritizing hiring Canadians because we love Canada. Bullshit. They literally pooed their diaper when Dunkin' Donuts announced we're going to be opening up 700 stores for 2027 in Canada for that year. And guess what? They're going to prioritize hiring Canadians first. What a crazy concept. A company actually hiring the native population that resides and was born in the place that they are operating their business out of. What a crazy concept, not hiring the third worlders from India, Somalia, and Uzbekistan, and God knows where stand. God forbid. Now, while a lot of Canadians are excited that they believe this is the green light to go back to the Timmy's drive-thru, Timmy's, a good Canadian company, to order your dirty double-double, which is just dishwater coffee, 2 cream, 2 sugar, or if you're a fatty, your Wayner, the 99er, 9 cream, 9 sugar, the Wayne Gretzky coffee, with your sausage, egg, and sleaze toasted on an English muffin. I'm here to inform you. You should want and you should partake in the fact of never giving Tim Hortons another penny of your money for the rest of human time, and send a message to the corporations that have absolutely cooked us with mass immigration the past 5-6 years. It's been going on for a long time and ramping up as the birth rates decline, but specifically the last 4, 5, 6 years since the scamdemic of 2020. And I'll tell you why. Does anybody remember the times when they went to Tim Hortons as a kid? I remember when I was a kid, you go to Tim Hortons and the entire demographic of people working there were old grandmas in their, let's say, 60 plus range, just looking for something to do on top of their retirement, and then young Canadian kids out of university, out of college, literally out of high school, trying to just make a couple bucks to afford tuition, etc. Does anybody remember that? I definitely remember that. But that has changed. You go into Tim Hortons and it's no longer Tim Hortons, it is Singh Hortons, it is the Taj Mahal Hortons, it is the Punjab donut store. And the reason being is, and for some reason, I don't understand how people live under a rock and don't see this and don't put 2 and 2 together. But during the scamdemic, when all the politicians were coming out saying, we have a labor shortage, we need more help with labor, we can't fill the jobs. No, as the fake debt-based system has continued to expand and wages have not kept pace with inflation, these mega million-dollar corporations have to somehow continue to deliver more and more revenue and more return for the shareholders. And it gets to a point where the Ponzi scheme runs out and you got to find a new way to kick the can down the road. And what is the best way to do it? Well, what if the government subsidized half the wages and saved us 50% on our labor? Great idea. Who's going to pay for it? You and your stupid ass via taxation. So the government temporary foreign workers program, where let's say a minimum wage is $16 an hour. So if I was to be hired at Tim Hortons, I might actually be considered a minority because I'm actually more native than I am white, and I'm a card-carrying member of the community, so I can say that. I'd probably get paid $8 an hour, but if you, a white Canadian, wanted to work at Tim Hortons, they have to pay you the full $16 an hour for your wages. If they want to bring in somebody over from Bangladesh or India or Somalia, etc., they can pay them $8. The government will subsidize the other half. Plus, they get $1,000 from the kid or the person for the temporary foreign workers program. So they're making money on bringing the people over and as well as subsidizing half the wages. It is a win-win-win if you're a mega million-dollar corporation that does not care about the country in which you operate in. And so then you look at, let's say, Tim Hortons, A&W, Canadian Tire, which is really Punjab Tire, Walmart, basically copy and paste to any of the mega million-dollar corporations, the huge monopolies in Canada, copy and paste the same formula. You walk into a Tim Hortons, I don't see any white people. You walk into an A&W, I don't see any white people. I thought A&W was supposed to be Canadian. Canadian beef, Canadian products, high-quality Canadian products. No. Punjab products. No, sir. Every single one of these. And people don't realize. Let's use Tim Hortons as the example. They bring in the people that are going to come here and replace you. You could take one step back and go to Starbucks, who employs the liberals who are then going to vote to replace you. That's a slight improvement there. They haven't been taking advantage of that program yet, that I've noticed. Or you go to a local mom and pop coffee shop and spend your money there and keep the money in the local economy, not supporting the mega million-dollar corporations. If they don't have your money, they can't sustain anything, and they will go out of business. It's literally why Tim Hortons shit their diaper when Dunkin' Donuts announces we're going to open up 700 stores for 2027, prioritizing Canadian workers. Because they know there's an appetite for that. It is very interesting, and it is a beautiful thing to see a only slight sense of rising white nationalism in this country. And I'm excited to see how that expands. And I think there's going to be an extremely high demand for that in the next 3 to 4 years with what is coming down the pipeline. Because as crazy as things seem in 2026, I think they're going to seem completely sane compared to what is coming up in the pipeline for 29, 30, and beyond. So I got some notes written down here. I want to make sure that I hit every single one of them. Right? And on top of this as well, when you go to Tim Hortons, and I've explained your dirty double-double, your sausage, egg, and sleaze, people think that they're getting a good product. When you buy the product from Tim Hortons, the donut or whatnot, and they put, sorry, we're baking a fresh batch. Yeah, 2,000 miles away in our commissary kitchen out in Mississauga. Nothing's fresh here. It's literally frozen, brought in by a GFS truck, thawed, reheated in the oven, slightly for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then put in whatever glaze, whatever cancer syrup that they have for you to consume. Right? Everybody knows, you go to Tim Hortons, you get a bagel, it's like half toasted on one side, burnt on the other. They either put the entire tub of cream cheese or like speckled cream cheese. There's no consistency, right? If you don't understand what they are trying to do to our country, to our nation, to our way of life, they are trying to replace you to water down your vote. This has been a part of the 40 to 50 year plan to break down and destroy the West. If you don't see it, I don't think you're ever going to see it. I wish more people were waking up, but when you see how many people, despite we just entered a recession the other day, which actually is probably good for liberal support. We're in a recession? Yay. Vote for more liberal stuff, more government handles, more free shit, because I'm retarded, if you're of a liberal mindset, right? This is the way things are going to continue to progress. And the social division, the political division will only continue to ramp up. And I want to come and focus back home on one underlying message for all the videos that I make. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do in your situation, in the shoes that you are in, to help your spot? So if they're bringing all these third worlders that are complete savages coming from the third world, boosting up the crime rates, well, guess what? You can't stop them from importing them yet until there's a sense of nationalism that say enough is enough. Like the stuff going on in the UK with Henry Nowak, who, if you didn't follow the story, it's absolutely sickening. Some Sikh from the third world came in, obviously a migrant, stabbed him 5 times, called the police, said that he was racially taken advantage of. As the kid is bleeding out in the streets, they cuffed him. He says, I've been stabbed, I can't breathe. And they cuffed him and said, no, you haven't been stabbed. I don't think so, mate. He bleeds out and dies in the cop car. While the dude who stabbed him was never cuffed one time, was walked into the police station and asked, what would you like for dinner, sir? It's great to see the UK is finally rioting and saying enough is enough. I would probably compare that to the closest thing to the trucker convoy of 2022, the biggest Canadian heroes since World War II. It'd be nice to see a whole lot more of it. But all of this is going to continue to increase. They're going to continue to drive the country into the third world. If the crime is going up, are you physically strong? Are you training in the gym? Are you practicing mixed martial arts? Do you know how to fight and play combat? I've seen people in the comment section try to shame me, and I've mentioned this a few times. Fighting is barbaric. You're like a barbarian. You are retarded. It is the only thing that you are going to be able to do to combat this. Hey man, I'm not feeling it today. I don't know if I want to fight you. Boom, right in the neck. It's the only way to combat it. Fix what you can fix in the shoes that you are in today. And it starts also with not giving a single penny of your money to any of the mega million-dollar corporations, keeping it in the local economy. Support local. Don't go to Sobeys, Loblaws, Empire. Go to your local butcher. Make a friend. It's crazy. You go to these local butcher shops, it's like only white people there. It's fantastic. There's no third worlders. There's no temporary foreign workers, etc. It's awesome, and people that are very like-minded as well. Go to the local farmer's market. Buy your produce there instead of going to Walmart, Sobeys, Loblaws, all the chains. They need your money to continue the Ponzi scheme and keep the system going. Remove your money and vote with your wallet. Voting doesn't make a difference anymore. You vote conservative, you vote liberal, they're all going to steal and cheat and lie from you. Even Uncle Donnie down in the States. I was about as pro-Trumpy as you could possibly get 2024. I am totally out. I am off the bandwagon. The guy is a complete crook, and he's literally stealing from the people, and nobody is even saying anything. Nobody's even doing anything about or being mad about it. He's doing it right in front of your face. Politics is over. Democracy is over. All you can do is control what you can control, and spending your money appropriately is a huge element to that and saying, I'm going to vote with my wallet. It's the only vote that matters left. Let me know in the comments. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have another corporation that you're pissed off with? Do you have any local spots that you love and like, I'm going to put my money there? This is a great way to fight back. Let me know. And if you enjoyed this content, become a channel member. It is 99 cents. You get access to all the videos that are scheduled, up, ready to go live at your discretion. Again, I'd love to hear in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.